Hello and welcome to Sales Peak Studio. My name is Suresh Balasubramanian. How many times have you all gone into a shop and been completely wowed by the salesperson, by their charisma, and by their compelling sales pitch? I'm sure we all have experienced this at some point of time or the other. We tend to remember it because it was distinct, memorable, and differentiated from anything that we've experienced till now. Now, most salespeople are taught that when pitching a product to a customer, start by understanding their needs and pain points. Begin with a compelling hook that captures their attention, followed by a clear explanation of how your product addresses their specific challenges. Sounds simple, right? Well, not quite. Most salespeople don't even try to understand a buyer's needs and motivations to purchase a product. They make assumptions which are not accurate most of the times and jump straight into describing the product features, which is usually specific items or points that does exactly what it is meant to do, which is to describe the product. In this episode, we are going to talk about how to pitch a product or a service in a way that makes it distinct, differentiated, and memorable to your customer. Let's jump into it. Now, there are three crucial aspects of any product or service that conveys information and value to a customer. We call them feature, advantage, and benefits. Now, when you're evaluating a product or a service, it is helpful to understand the distinction between features, advantages, and benefits. Features are the specific attributes or characteristics of the product. It describes the product, what it is or what it does. Advantages, on the other hand, explain why those features are useful, highlighting a particular aspect of superiority over competing options. Finally, benefits describe the positive outcomes or improvements the user experiences as a result of those advantages. For example, a car with an all-wheel drive offers enhanced traction in slippery conditions, which is the advantage, resulting in increased safety and peace of mind for the driver and passenger, which is the benefit. So, by focusing on benefits, a product or service can clearly communicate its value to the customer. Let's look at two examples from different categories to illustrate feature advantages and benefits. Let's start with a mobile phone and more specifically the camera feature in a mobile phone. For the sake of an example, let's assume that this is a high-end mobile phone with a high-end camera feature. Now, if you read the camera features, it looks quite impressive and frankly a bit complex to someone who may not understand the meaning of certain words like what does primary sensor size of 1.3-inch mean? I have experienced situations where I have gone to purchase a mobile phone and usually the salesperson will start with describing the list of features and spend an awful lot of time on it. They assume that I already know what it means and what it can do to me. Now, in this example, the advantage of a feature is basically all about what specific features is useful to the customer. So, in this case, all of those wonderful features of that camera means that it allows me as a customer to take high-end photographs and videos and share them with my friends and family. Finally, what the benefit statement is doing is that it is tapping into my deepest desire and fantasy to become a professional photographer, or at least makes me feel like one. Here's another example from a different category, an air fryer, where you have a descriptor of the feature of the air fryer with a good smattering of jargon like rapid air technology, which I may not quite understand what it exactly is. The advantage can be stated as the air fryer being a utility device that allows me to cook a wide variety of foods much faster than I can do in an oven with less or no oil. Finally, when somebody breaks it down to me that what an air fryer allows me to do is savor all of my favorite food and snacks with the nutrients preserved with much less calories, then it strikes a chord in me and taps into my innate desire to be snacking on something that is my favorite without feeling guilty about it. So, when someone spends time to articulate what my experience will be like, I am able to then strongly relate it to my needs and desires. And remember, it is a very strong trigger in my purchase decision. It is said that in decision making behaviors, we tend to decide emotionally and justify it rationally. So remember, feature, advantage, and benefits. Now, average salespeople focus on the product features. They will try and explain all, if not all, the features, some of it, at least the top features in detail to you, the customer. Good sellers, on the other hand, will focus and highlight not only the features but also the advantages that these features will bring to them. Finally, outstanding sellers will always focus on the benefit. In fact, it has been proven that sales leaders will always pitch the customer benefit first because that's what matters to the customer. The customer is not interested or they understand what lens technology was used to get a 20 megapixel resolution. All they care about is whether this phone will allow them to take professional style pictures. So remember, next time you pitch a product to your customer, sell the impact, not the product. That is what will make your sales pitch distinct, memorable, and differentiated to your customer. I hope you found this session valuable. I'll be back next week again with another interesting topic. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. As always, I am eager to hear your comments, feedback, and about topics that you may like me to cover in the upcoming sessions. Till next week, happy selling.